Hi everyone, I'm Christy Forsyth with Clarity by Christy. I am a soul therapist and an intuitive that connects with the angelic energy. This is my weekly reading where we talk all about what to expect out of the energy this week, the energy that you might already be feeling, the collective energy that impacts each and every one of us, and how we can make the most of it, how we can best use this energy to successfully navigate the week. I feel like, I said this last week, like there's such a power to the energy. And I feel that now, like there's such growth and development and movement that's happening. I really like it. Although it's been a challenging energy for people. Like people have been dealing with a lot, which I'm going to address. But I want to start with the fact that I am doing my 2024 tarot email readings. Some of you have already purchased those. I've already worked on some of those, and it's giving me a sneak peek into 2024. 2024 is such a level up for all of us. It's so powerful, so incredible, and we're preparing for that now, right? It's not like 2024 starts and that's where the level up is. Like I feel like there's been so many shifts that are happening for us now, that have already happened for us, that we have already made happen through our choice to grow, to develop, to work on ourselves, to do the hard things, to challenge ourselves, to stretch ourselves, to heal, to work through the things that we might prefer to avoid. There's been so much that we have been doing. So part of what I feel in this energy is like that feeling of being like truly soul tired. I was feeling it the past few days so strongly. Like there's a soul tired energy where it's like, man, this has just been a lot. I've been doing a lot of work. We've been processing a lot of energy flowing through us that really are these energetic upgrades. But man, does it feel hard on the physical body. At least it has for me. I think a lot of you are feeling that. I felt so tired. This need to really recharge myself. And I don't think that's, at first I was like, is this the time change? No, I don't, sure, that's partially connected. But I also think that like we're receiving a lot of downloads, a lot of upgrades in our energy fields in order to allow us to be able to hold more light. And that feels like a lot. And that can feel very physically tiring. It can feel very emotionally tiring. And then here we are with whenever the moon is in Scorpio, like we had the new moon in Scorpio the other day. That, like for me, that always feels so emotional. Whatever emotions you tend to connect with the most is what I think we were connecting with. And so that feels like a lot. And I feel this need to remind everybody here, myself included, that your emotions are not your truth, right? Like they're just these things that are flowing through us. They're just things that are here to help us to understand ourselves better, to show us where there's still a need and room for working on healing, to help to show us, it's a guidance system. If you guys are familiar at all with the work of Esther Hicks, she talks all about that. Like it's a guidance system that helps to show us what aligns for us and what doesn't, and we can use that emotion to help us to understand how close we are to allowing high vibrational things, better feeling things, better experiences into our lives. And the more that we move toward better feeling feelings, the more that we can manifest better things that we would prefer to have experiences with in our lives. So where are we feeling emotion? Let's honor that. Let's try to detach from a need for specific outcomes. I feel like I need to say that this week, and just kind of be with it. It's really empowering to know that you can feel an emotion and not feel like you have to run away from it, not feel like you have to distract yourself or avoid it, right? To just like feel it, because when we do that, there's a healing that happens with that. And there's an empowerment that happens with that, because then we understand like, this isn't who I am. This is just something that I'm feeling right now. And I'm in charge of the emotion rather than the emotion being in charge of me. And I think that that's really important for us to understand. So I encourage you, like, if whatever that emotion is, like, let yourself sit with it. You don't have to live in the emotion. In fact, like, we don't want to sit in that for extended periods of time, but like, just to honor it, to see it coming through. What is it teaching you about you and what you need to heal and what you're wanting in your life and what needs to change? Pay attention to all of that. I also very strongly feel like I've been talking about this journey that we've been on, and the way that that path keeps splitting, that there are choices upon choices upon choices. We're making decisions for what 2024 and beyond looks like, what life looks like beyond this time. We're choosing the timeline that we're going to be experiencing things, and do we want to probably maybe work toward a higher vibrational timeline so that our experience can be better. But in order to get there, we have to choose love over fear. We have to choose peace over stress, right? Like, it's this journey, it's this process of learning, how do I truly release the influence that fear has over my life? Because there's a freedom in that. And I think that we're choosing freedom. I think that we're choosing to continue to grow and develop and to work toward the light, to work toward allowing more light and peace and joy in our lives. And our choices are determining that. I'm not saying that the choices that are best for us are easy, because I think that there's a lot of fear. I think that there's, like, when we're choosing to change, when we're choosing to be stretched, when we're choosing to develop into something new and better, that always feels scary. So we're not doing this without fear. Like, there's going to be fear. That's just like human nature. But we're making decisions one step at a time, a little bit at a time. What's best for me? What's best for me? And that's the most important thing, is that we're tuning in with ourselves and saying, what truly is best for me and this beautiful path that I want to create for myself. If you want to create amazing things in your life, you will be forced to move out of your comfort zone. That's how we create it. We're constantly growing and developing and working and stretching and shifting and allowing this process to unfold, because there isn't a whole lot that's valuable there for us in our comfort zone. I think that we get to sit there for a while sometimes, but I think like we're really being called to move into new territory, to have new experiences, to try to move into this new territory. And really, like, maybe try is the wrong word, because I think that we're being led into new territory. We have been led into new territory. And it's like the experiences that we're having, I feel like there's quite a bit of confusion here in this energy, because it's like, where the heck have these choices that I've been making led me? I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what's ahead on this path. I don't know what this looks like, because it's out of my comfort zone. It's out of my known path. And so it's different. And so I don't know what's coming next. And so it's important for us to do our best to find peace with that, to maybe lean into the adventure that is coming in the not knowing, in doing something that's outside of the way that we've always done things, or the way that we've done things for a long time. We're breaking free. We're breaking away from patterns, habits, ways of being that just don't fit us anymore. And we know. So we've moved into new territory, but we don't recognize this space, right? This is the in-between. This is moving past. It's a release, a letting go of the past, but also a stepping into what's here to come. And so there's that in between. But when I think about the in between, I think about what they say about the fairies, the elementals, the nature spirits. Some of you guys know about this stuff. They say that it's in the in-between places that we connect with those energies, right? So in the sunset, when the day is turning into night, and when the night is turning into day in the sunrise, it's where the field meets the sky. It's where the forest comes to the edge, right? Like it's in the in-between. And that's this energy. And so when I think about the fairies and the elementals and the nature spirits, I think about the magic that comes with that energy. And this energy feels really magical too, because I think that we have no idea where we're going. And I think that it's really, really beautiful. Continuing to move forward one step at a time, even if we have no clue where we're going. We're in this space where we're still learning and trying to let go of the past, right? We're still moving away from the past, but we haven't quite transitioned into the future yet. We are still in this space of not being completely clear, right? But I think that we're already seeing that things are moving, that things are happening, that things are progressing, that things are shifting, that we have progressed. I think that so much right now, we need to take a look at that and say, I've come so far. I just said this to somebody in a session that I just had. I said, listen, you spend every single day with you, but I see the progress that you've made. I see how far you've come. And can we take that step back and really recognize how far we've come and how brave we've been and how much we've pushed ourselves? And there's an emotion to it, right? There's a grieving. Whenever we move away from things, there's a grieving. There's a sadness. There's a nostalgia. There's a want to go back to the past, or a want to go backwards, because we already know what that looks like. And we're human, right? It's hard also to move forward and to let go, or to work through that grief and that grieving. So we're still there in that energy, but also isn't there this excitement about where we're going, about the possibilities? And can we get excited? Can we lean into the excitement of the possibilities? Can we let this be a really beautiful adventure? Because what other choice do we have? We don't know where we're at. We don't know where we're going. We don't know what this is developing into. But you know who does know? God knows. God has a vision for you. God has a plan for you. And can we just rest easy in knowing that if we are letting ourselves be led on this path, if we've let ourselves be led off the path that we thought that we should be on, and letting our intuition and God lead us onto the path that's better, best, most important for us, can we trust that that is going to lead us exactly where we're supposed to be? It already has. So many people are already seeing the fruits of their labor, the energy being returned to them, right? I was talking last week about karma and how we better be mindful about the energy that we're putting out there. We don't want to be gossiping. We don't want to be saying negative things or doing things that are intentionally hurtful, because I promise you, in this energy, you will get that back. So if somebody has done you wrong, trust and believe that karma will take care of it. You don't have to do a thing. That person will receive back the energy magnified that they have put out there. So instead, can we think about, what good can I put out to the world? Can we focus on ourselves and our growth and our development and our path and the things that we need to be doing? I think this energy right now is like an in and out energy, right? In between and in and out. So it's an in and out energy in that I think that we're having these bursts of inspiration. We're seeing these opportunities come in. We're seeing these things happening. We're seeing this movement. But then there's also this call to take a step back and just rest and be easy and to go within. And so we're like moving in and out from extroverted to introverted and back to extroverted and back to introverted and back, out of internally doing the work and then externally doing the work and back again. And that is like this energy right now. And can we just kind of let ourselves be led and let that energy work through us here with us? So let's take a look at the cards to further develop the messages. Let me know how you guys are feeling. Are you guys feeling this stuff? Are you seeing the magic in the in-between? Are you feeling frustrated with the in-between? Where are you at? Let me know. And if you guys are having a hard time with this emotion, if you're feeling like you're really needing to heal and go within, this is exactly, I create these monthly energy sessions on my membership for exactly these purposes, for when we're needing a little bit of extra healing, a little bit of extra support, a little bit of extra balance, because you use it like a guided meditation, but it is created to be like it's infused with energy. So I do a full energy session with these, and that allows for people to balance their energy field, to clear and release whatever wants to be cleared and released. It's powerful stuff. It's the most important thing that I have up on there. So if you're somebody who is sensitive to energy, which is really all of you, most of you, it's a great thing to have. I have a $99 for the year promotion going on right now, or you can get started for only $2.22, $9.99 after that by signing up on my email. But you can check all of that out at claritybychristy.com and you'll see all of that. I'll put the link below. There's new beginnings that are happening now. So I'm not saying that we're totally stuck in the in-between, right? We've started a new journey. We're just in new territory and we're just getting our bearings about us, right? Wow. This is powerful. These cards are powerful. I can't wait to show you guys. Yeah. I love it. All of this. Okay. Temperance. We need, and we are finding that balance, right? Like I said, like we're moving in and out of like taking action and then going within and taking action and going within. It's like this balance. There isn't this need. I think part of this energy too is like we're quietly making progress right now. Like there isn't this need to announce it or be really big and bold about it. It's just like, yeah, I know. This is like between me and God, but I know that I'm progressing and that things are happening for me. And maybe there isn't this need to like shout it from the rooftops, because like there's just is like this knowing within ourselves. And so we're finding this balance. But for me too, temperance is a card of alchemy. How do we take the challenges that we've been through, the healing that we're doing, and alchemize that into something incredible? Alchemize that into growth. Alchemize that into progress. Alchemize that into a story that will help other people. So taking something that has been terrible and turning it into something that brings light here into this world. We do it all the time. And I think that we're really being called in this energy to do that, right? Like it gives it purpose. You give your pain purpose when you alchemize it into growth. Isn't that the truth? Queen of Pentacles. But we're being mindful, right? We're not just like willy-nilly throwing our energy out there, like not giving. I think that we've kind of come to this place of understanding that we can't be everything and anything to everybody, right? we have to be mindful about boundaries. We have to be mindful about how are we the best use of ourselves so that we can continue to show up in a way that is truly making a difference here in this world, right? So there's this need to balance and to assess how we're spending our time, how we're spending our money. There's been this process that's happening, but I really feel like we've gotten to this place where we are understanding how we want to invest that and are doing better with this. I also see this as us feeling really supported this week by the universe. So you might feel emotional, but how supported do you feel? Watch for signs, synchronicities. Watch to notice the ways that that's coming through. I'm literally reading this to you and I'm watching sales come through. Like, this can be the energy of sales, right? I'm watching sales come through as I'm creating this video. And like, so how is the universe showing you how supported you are? I think that we're going to find a lot of evidence of that happening here. A lot of newness. We have two pages right next to each other. Page of Cups, Page of Wands. This is such a sweet, sweet energy. This is like, you know, when kids are wanting to do something new and there's just this excitement that they have that is difficult for us as adults to replicate because we've had all of these experiences in life that harden us, that make us always cautious for like, when is the other shoe gonna drop? And, you know, what is this person's true intentions? And we get really guarded and protective, right? But like, there's this opening here in this energy to let our guard down, to truly open our hearts, to truly feel all of it, the good, the bad, the ugly, and to let it flow through us because there's a mastery that comes with that. And there's this ability to connect with an energy that if we don't truly allow ourselves to be vulnerable, that we're missing out on, that kids tap into all the time. So it's very childlike, it's very loving, it's very like, I'm gonna give so much of myself to this, even if there's this fear that says that I need to protect myself, right? Like, there's a real vulnerability with this. There's a real, I'm surprised that the Fool card didn't come up in this because there's a real Fool energy in this. We're like newly on these new journeys that we've been on, and there's almost like a blind faith and trust and surrender that we're being called to have. And through that, we're finding almost immediately that the universe steps in and shows us how supported we are. So it's not like we have to just keep trusting and aren't being shown that things are happening. This is talking about following our passion, right? Following the excitement and not letting that adult part of ourselves shut us down, right? Like, how often does that negative adult voice in your head shut you down, reflect the fears, prevent you from going after and doing the things that your soul really, really wants to be doing, right? That innocent part of you that's just like, no, I can do anything. There's that belief, right? Like, when you're a kid, there's that belief that you can do anything, and that's actually true. But can we lean into that energy a little bit more? Like, this is just such a beautiful, beautiful energy that I'm feeling here with this. And like, it's like this return to innocence that if we let that guide our journey is going to guide that so much better than fear and protectiveness and armor. It's like there's just this need to go for it. And we have the Knight of Pentacles, right? I want to point out, we have the Temperance, we have the Knight of Pentacles. These are both my cards that say you've been waiting a long ass time for something to happen, for divine timing to come through. And I think that some things are developing this week or showing signs of developing this week that you've been waiting on for a long time. This is saying divine timing is here. Divine timing is happening. Divine circumstances are happening. We are so supported this week. And by the way, like if for anybody who's been worrying about money, we have some pretty powerful money cards too, right? There are gifts coming in from the universe. That's what I'm hearing right now. Gifts from the universe, right? For the journey, for being willing to feel the fear and do it anyway, to follow where our soul has been leading us. And if you haven't been doing this, there's still time. There's, it's a journey anyway. But every single time that you choose to follow your soul rather than letting fear hold you back, you are creating these beautiful blessings. And I think that this week there's going to be a lot of blessings. It's not been without hardship, 9 of Wands. We are bruised and battered and challenged and scarred, and it's been hard. And I could almost cry because I feel the emotion of that. I feel how tired I've been, but I feel how tired all of you are too. But this feels like this acknowledgement that you've made it, that you've continued to get back up again and again and again. I think I even pulled this card last week, but it feels so much stronger this time. It's that choice, right? To not let fear, to not let doubt, to not let other people's doubts, to not let other people's opinions prevent you from doing what your soul knows is best and right for you. So every time that you got back up, I think that the universe is about to show you how worth it was. How worth it was to hold on to a dream. This is such a dreamer energy, to hold on to a dream that nobody else understood. It's so powerful. Sorry, I don't want to cry. But I feel it for myself. I feel it for so many of you. And this is my Stubborn Hearts card. I talk about my Stubborn Hearts Club, right? Like, you guys are in the Stubborn Hearts Club, so many of you. You've dared to move in a direction, to follow a path that most people aren't brave enough to follow. And it's about to pay off. And I think that when I say most people, I think as a collective, though, more and more people are being willing to follow this path, to follow their hearts, to follow their intuition, to go after the things that we know we came here to do. We didn't come here to sit on a couch and watch Netflix. We came here to be purposeful, to be intentional, to bring light, to make change, to better ourselves, to grow and to learn. And I think that this week is showing us exactly that, where we need to work on that some more, and where we have worked on that, and there's so many blessings that are coming in for us. So yes, we are the wounded warrior. Yes, we have stubborn hearts, but yes, it's paying off. This is so beautiful. I hope you guys are crying right along with me, because you should. Tears of joy, tears of excitement about where we are, about what we're creating, about where we're moving, especially as we wrap up the year and as we step into the new year. So thank you guys so much. If you guys like this video, please let me know. Please like it, please heart it, please share it, please comment, please share it with somebody. Somebody needs to hear these messages. And if you've watched all the way through, thank you so much. If you're watching this on my YouTube, please hit that subscribe button. If you are not on my YouTube, please go over and subscribe. I always appreciate it. If you're somebody who wants to watch my videos live, I do them live on Facebook. That link will be below as well. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all the support. I've been getting so much love from you